Let them rename Jubilee House.
Some council building.
And I will see say Wamuya member. Let them go on further and rename Kotoka Airport. What type of bunch of inward-looking politicians are we dealing with? Why are you behave something as a penny? No whole PhD holder be America or see over changing any the EU. I just be honest, our government was up so. And your ferry amount. The Mampusis were the first to occupy the Bawku Naba scheme. Why wouldn't him history? No, because you are talking about one town Bawku.
And this year, come Bawku. Not just a new crew Bawku non qua.
Gabi,
Nemum encroach doing.
Asemo. Bawku as a media. Say Alaji Seidu Abagri. Oh. Mama shama police for ni soja fa ko yinefio akọ yinefi boko kra na abakwa sema fa boko mamprosi ena kusase fo no lawyer Obiri Boahen on de se no abin o esua de ehun sa no manyina po cheche sa hwe yesu kusase e fo mamprosi fo mbanye na wo de obeti ni nyina ena o de aso mahama Ohu do da mano no. O so da o ye renaming den de beba. Ye wade ti se wo ye pani. E jai sankwala me mano.
This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
The Mampusis were the first to occupy the Bawku Naba scheme. And from 1721, wa baba be di Bawku Naba kunye biano okochia whoever is the Nairi. Now, the Mampusis, unlike the Gonjas, Gonjas, you know, omo defeatiwa. From 1600 and no defeatiwa. Na se temu ano moso nkuru no so. Na to haji the right hunter. Ene ne mano. Omo de to haji the right hunter na no bi baba be dikuru no so hene. That is the difference between the Gonjas and the Mampusis. No, the Mampusis and the Dagombas and the Nanumbas and the Moses, they were not like the Gonjas. Gonjas no mo defeatu ano mo de ba
ababisi
abeyehne sa. So with passage of time no Gonja no untanya rebellion
sense o de ono an ba ne besie
sa ne ba ne nana. But the Mampusis were under like the Dagombas, like the Nanumbas. Omo ya quite liberal, a little liberal. Omuya na se mo si hene wo ho a no obe swai akere
na je se meti de wo kan ase ya Mampusi Dagomba ni ade sa no de ono de se odi usuwia na wayi wa hu nipa e de esi so se nka obeyi wono ane ba ese omedi mu so
like the Gonjas
na obeja ma mo nipa adi so na mu si hene no a hene na be swai akere no.
That is it.
Okay.
And the Mampusi history, if you look at it, Edru baby krano. Na Mampusi na kakraka se otimi appointi bi. So okay, ha manam sini. Inti musi hene no ha. Mum mame ho.
Monko san chire o hene foforo bi oba. Na se na akonwa no so.
So no, the Mampusi extended means someone Mampusi extended up to maybe the present day Wala Kingdom. Yes.
Then you know Mampusi.
Yeah, to the Frafra.
I'm saying no crowd your Frafra. I'm saying that's what she say.
So that was what was happening. Now, once again, your chieftaincy problems na yenya was the CPP government and the Rollins PNDC government.
Politics.
CPP government and that. So with the Ajiman Boadu Yabwafari Commission of Inquiry no, one more recommendations no. Almost be cantons. Cantons cantons na nsem infante say nkro now nipa bebre nim say ntia man push kusasi ade very delicate, very complex security implications say. And this my submission. So what take kusasi pa? What take man push bokwa? Why wouldn't him history? No, because you are talking about one town boko.
Aye. Bebre no adwe say e kuro baako.
But why wouldn't him history? Why are we knowledgeable in the history no?
And I wouldn't him area hono.
Enya boko. Nkrotuo no na ye dunsia.
Pusiga
Bulungungu, Zebila, Warikambo, Teshi. Nkrotuo be dunsia. So in this my address and this my submission, anytime I make a kusasi boko no, fama nkro dunsia no. Dunsia.
Okay. Enti si ka boko a na che se enye kuro boko no nko a.
Gabi.
Na mum enkrotuo dunsia.
So anytime you hear of the Mamprisi Kusasi conflict, anytime you hear of Boko conflict, wa unnim kwadare ana unnim hono obeka se Boko kuro ba akope
and ye ka ho
asen. But at any point in time biano Boko goes with kuro dunum kana ho.
Mo ye dunsia.
And that over the new patriotic party no kura no a otimi ya ade pa na o sending kuro bi kura sane kan ho ma ne koye I think about that dunsia.
Okay.
Nkuro ne bia which were not covered by the Yeboah Afari committee report no. Nkuro ne bia which were not covered by the CPP etutu om no. Nkrodibia which were not covered by NLC, the passage of NLC decree 112 no. Nkrodibia which were not covered by PNDC law 75, right? Which was made on I think 24 February 1983. But the MPP LI 249 which was gazetted on 1st July 2020 no. Sending Kron Krabi Baka Homa Kusasi phone.
And I said, Ebeka Boko. Yes.
So certain as a Boko a very delicate, very complex, very intriguing security implication. Because you are not dealing with one design. You are not dealing with one town. So me ban fam senu ase ha me hunu me fa say Boko yesunwane a anytime I bet Boko yesunwane na bisim ka ho fiapre ka ho domase ka ho nsuatere ka ho bofokrom ka ho abronye ka ho ayakuma so ka ho abisim ka ho new doma ka ho kotokrom. So anytime you hear of Boko no enye sunwane nko a
oba ebia Ashanti region so say bia te say de waka offense so ana manso e wo nkuro ahu do be hye na
ya ka offense so a me ha me ka ho oboase ka ho ampara be e ka ho
nkuro
be good unya that picture
na say manso apon manso edubia manso Kenya.
Very good.
Manso we. Manso.
So to the uninformed no. Na gina say Boko kro
baako. That be.
But answer na obeti ase hu say Boko kro ndunum no a ekoye dunsia no. Ene the airline na babe 20 adunisia. And so that is it. And I'm down. It is also an undeniable fact, say, from 1721. Mamprisi ne dia kwenyana ma problems iba start in 1958. Why 1958? Look, and so we are unwritten.
As a oral history now.
Okay. when Dr. Nkrumah by in 1947 no UGCC for no omo call to Ghana ha nyina na the Dr. Nkrumah chere say ye general secretary. Then when Dr. Nkrumah broke away from the UGCC and from the CPP in 1949, after no ono so ni nipa binum na enam. So when they appeared before the Nairi no, the then Nairi ka just na oba hai woni mpemfo binum
na bae
do be kire me na say ba wo de ba ba first na woni be bae no ba kokura nka ho wo ha
no mo way
na dia asem na aba and according to oral tradition Dr. Nkrumah tried to explain say she say no me no wo montem she no say debi nsa yede shemkum no
eno an yede tie
so no
di ko for mo bra
na sa sembi wo ho a
yes
na siesi no montem
na chese na yiri aye mampusi hene no question Dr. Nkrumah say unua no ma wo mo hya ase no say waja omumu say wo na wo e na odi Ghana so no ko fa wo mu bra
don't you mayor president too when he broke away and formed the
kote ne ho no
na
say nka na yiri pese wo siesie Nkrumah ani ni nuanom kaya wote no big sis no
yeah
na yiri pese o siesie wo mu
yeah ko no nim wire
wonim ne asi
osane ba ya wo mo nka ho bi so Dr. Nkrumah felt that na yiri amano cold reception
anyi na ntum sa.
So what you see? Then Dr. Nkrumah had some of the kusasis. So, into my enko union hona yanko here. And when he met the Kusasi elders, they were
so Nkrumah na ba no. I say not just say okay.
No, this is the genesis of it.
Okay, not just say Nkrumah sha ase no unse mampusifo no an support no.
Yeah, the mampusis were they formed by 1954. They were the backbone of the Northern People's Party,
NPP.
Yes, NPP.
Na mampusifo na backbone.
Yes,
NPP.
Yes, and Alhaji Bawumia's father. Alhaji Bawumia's father was the secretary to the
Northern People's Party. Nairi. Okay.
And present day Alhaji Yeremia's father, who was then the Bawku Naba, was a staunch Northern People's Party, who later joined the United Party. Alhaji Yeremia's father, present day Alhaji Yeremia's father, who was then the Yeremia's Bawku Naba, who was a Mamprisi.
And now who educate you power?
So because Amandi Numunyana were members of the Northern People's Party.
Hey, Asamu.
So the CPP got support from the Kusasi.
Okay. I say Nkrumah. I can't say Nkrumah kra.
Nkrumah. And in 1957, when the Northern People's Party, because the 1956 elections, the Kusasis supported the cause of CPP. And the Mamprusis, in this contest, Sameka Mamprusia, Meka Mamprusia Gambaga, Mamprusia Ringu, Mamprusia, or Wale.
It's a Mamprusi Libya.
Okay. They also supported the Northern People's Party in the 1956 elections. You see?
Samum.
Yeah.
Now you say, yo.
So after the 56 elections, now Kwame Nkrumah say, "Yeah, my party be on trouble. We. So I'm Northern People's Party. About joining
NLM.
Good.
National Liberation Movement.
Very good. Any Gashima few. And Cranford so back home. They all came here. So it was in October 1957. No more formed the United Party.
Oh, not just say. Can no party near a busuko and I say Kaseko.
Okay.
And Timon pussy for the mum and Anna behind NPP, not the People's Party.
It wasn't only Mampusi alone.
Any others come.
Yeah, Ubanya Casina Nankana, Sike Tabam. Ubanya Dagati. Dombo. Ubanya Wala Fobinum. Ubanya Gonja Fobinum. They all supported the Northern People's Party.
Not just say, they all can cry no yakwese. So many now, so I'm saying, the Mudu don't know Yanda Mampusi.
Mampusi wam Dagomba Forum. Because historically, no, baby at Dagomba for Bekono. Hona Mampusi Gina. Hona Mosi Fogina. Hona Nanumba Fogina.
So we are for.
They are descendants of Nagbewa.
Nipa Bakuna Woo.
Nagbewa, whose burial place in our Pusiga. And now Pusiga is in the hands of the Kusasis.
Now, is it it's under Bawku?
It's under Bawku. You see how complex the whole thing.
Not just say, woman and na, and na, Pusiga.
Yes.
Our Pusiga ni under Bawku.
Mosi Nibia. Dagomba Nibia. Mampusi Nibia. Nanumba Nibia. Banana medni banana num babia yesie nananum no wahu nsamampom
anka asantimamu abeka se
bamu good bamu banyina mampusi bamu mosi bamu dagomba bamu nanumba bamu banyina babamu wo pusiga
ana pusiga no so eyanda
now
Bawku
is under the Kusau Traditional Council.
Asemi.
You see how that thing is very complex. Now,
and
so
by
1958, by 1959, na Kwame Nkrumah ama ya tutu Saukro Dunsiano, Pusiga, Kulugungu, Orikambo, Teshi, Garu, Tempane, we no. Now they have been affected by the CPP government. Then, the 1966 school no, buy. So the one the 1966 school no, buy no. The NLC published Decree 112. NLC no sanema ahemfo no bia we were affected by Kwame Nkrumah ibia no osane hwane wo ema wo ba fom NLC Decree 112 no wa Kwame Nkrumah ma wo ko soro bia no ana wa Kwame Nkrumah ji akonya bi ma wo ana wa Kwame Nkrumah fete bia no NLC Decree 112 no
asa
ama wo sifam
wan Nkrumah bia na mamu breso efa akwan bi so anase bi so agi akonya bi ma wo yesa agi free won se
another trouble, yeah, because you see, if you look at the history very well, some are contending and say Omukra Dr. Nkrumah de akonya no mama wo mo no. Well, this is what historians are. Ibebrenya full-fledged royals.
Now omunya de hye na politics room. Nkrumah no political.
Okay, so Nkrumah ba ebia esu abo na abu akwa.
Na mo boje no ye Nkrumah
na se ohene se obi ko report se hene no ye Matthew Hunia. Oh no amapam no bo omabon Galloway.
Na Nkrumah tu no.
No
the wa boje no so na besi so.
It could be that near within the besi so no. Ebi onye de share for
the kronum.
Hey. Yamani no. So the NLC decree 112 came and it affected most of the chiefs in the present day Kusau. Most of the skins, honey and friend skins. So for the purpose of the discussion, be doing see another effective woman. And they were all replaced. Oh, how delicate. Baby, and that I don't have the problem, Mama Wenchi. God Wenchi was also affected by NLC decree 112. Offenso, Mampong, Domia Bra. Well, fear questions were affected because it was NLC decree 112 number questions team free. Questions not the CPC, Kumasi CPC. Crowfrom CPC. At the questions team called one fear by virtue of the passage of NLC decree 112.
Hey,
you see? Then fast forward. Kofi Buzia de wankan Kofi Buzia de sorted the implementation and a champion bias or be come see comme ça na French for can come see comme ça o ko bolega hotel bo friend come see comme ça.
Okay.
Then the mega problem we had was with Jerry John Rawlings. So when Jerry John Rawlings also came, he passed the PNDC Law 75, which was gazetted on 24 February 1983. So, Jerry John Rawlings also went forward and said, wait, you know, we see.
Oh, did it to me?
Yes. Hey. Wait, you know, I'm going to Akunyano.
Not just say, yeah, Papa Jerry. Ne dia no ne nkroma dia no yase
eno ne yepe
di wa wo na fa no no asi uhene.
So Jerry just repeated Kwame Nkrumah dia no a NLC decree 112 see wo mo fam no. No Jerry no maybe nkado yen say wa NLC decree 112 by bia no affect see kron mu nsi mo hene. But Jerry NLC PNDC law 75 no. Jerry went further to mention names.
Hey.
So Garua, Jerry se una befa. Tempare, una befa. Zebula, una befa. Teshi, una befa. Orekambo, una befa. Bawku, una befa.
Na just no dia no. Na ya kwa is a political appointment.
Well, me dey jam tim baby. Me my disua. Me couple me dey wa woti no. Wa draw your own conclusion. You see the situation. Now, Jerry later followed it up with PNDC law 98, which was also passed on 23rd November 1983-84, but it was in November. Now, Jerry went on further to say, ya bane Bawku, any Garu, any Timpane, any Zebila, any Warikambo, any Teshi, any hinyana untimu famo kurowe youth association bia ntimi ma. That is 98.
Okay.
And that same day Jerry passed PNDC law 99, which vested all those lands in Bawku, Garu, Timpane, Zebila, Kulungungu, name them Warikambo, Teshi, name them Sankro Ninano, vested in Sassini Nina, so be antimi farin San Kansasino, Yadiama DC. Abane agent Sassini, Aban bet make assassinatum. So you cannot discuss PNDC law 75 without considering PNDC law 98, without looking at PNDC law 99. And a typical place bia sa ne bitimi see, let's put Kwame Nkrumah and Jerry in one basket and ngwa nkai Neodai was made a chief. I think it was in 1958 or so. Then somewhere around the 1960 thereabout, Neo die omutu Neo die iku omutu Neo die iku no Kwame Nkrumah in 1963 with Foforiata as the Minister for Interior passed a law that is EI 68 and EI 68 you know the district commissioner no one kind no so ono na enhwe Nungwa. Interesting scenario about Nungwa.
I said, why are you here? And so,
when Kwame Nkrumah.
Adabi, the Kwame Nkrumah power. No,
I said, Omo two no. No, Oforiata. No, a Minister for Interior. So, on that, I catch we say on here. Then, another interesting scenario, and can decrease, you know. Any loss no if you wanna ni yako 2 ni yako 3 ni yako 4 but the Nungwa's case a very interesting scenario year 68 no Kwame Nkrumah time 1963 but year 18 no Rawlings time one scenario no nka
63 no won anim
68
entinka nka ebia rolling star bia nka 60 17 80 70s
ebeye year 18
edientia
well and the year 18 no Rollins supported because Nungwani Odaya Yukunu Betu no na say yatunu yentuno so who sa yatunu yentuno and 18 no by say I know Nungwa two properties affairs Nungwa's two properties in nyina Rollins confirms say you two omu two sisters no machi chirim tare ya two
or the two me
atunu and properties in Emra district commissioner no. So the problem na Nungwa ekoba ayiku angolense no the CPP and but you know you cannot blame Nungwa, you cannot blame Walense the present Nungwa manche what on there to the baby na bade nkrata Kwame Nkrumah ne Rollins no bade nkrata edia him na ba ayiku ya tu
anti.
So you see that
coming back to Bawku no, it's a very naughty issue because in actual fact if you're looking at it very well the Busangas the business will tell you anya here kulungungu ya dia but now with the Rollins 75 and LI 2409 of 2020 Kulungungu, whoever is on the skin of Kulungungu is a member of the Kusau Traditional Council. So untivinkasa. So it's so delicate, so complex. So because a point in time, lobby baby fu ahimfunina. Then analysis decree asana be two and not the one more so went on further to name the individuals. Then PNDC law 75 also the skinned woman 7 analysis naming the individuals so una better so as a political appointment.
Yes, and then the situation is very dicey. If you look at the Supreme Court decision in 2010, I think it was February 2010, Neo Dai Ayiku versus the Attorney General, and then New Bokite, presided over by Atuguba, Rose Aite, Atuguba Rose Aite. I think two become. It's a very interesting case which I'm inviting everybody to go and read. 2010 Supreme Court. Eni Odai Ayiku versus the Attorney General. And
okay.
So it makes it say now PNDC law 75 for no. 16 Ano omo ya mamprusifoɔ no a Rollins tu we nyina no a Rollins de ahemfo foforo bi baaye no. Can you challenge it in court? The decision in New Odai Ayiku versus the Attorney General, which was delivered in 2010, no, uko court wa enye yi wapim.
Na chese yehwemu a yahinsem no politics and a creative problem.
Ndem tia, mara me dem education.
Our chieftaincy.
Madam tia me education.
Na kwese bia. Ne dia medwen ho. Asam we ho. Menya comfortable discussing it.
Oh yeah. Because bafa ko tokura konya no. Boadu atua heman bafa ko tem. Kwame Nkrumah timi yeye ma bafa ko to TNL bafa ko to akonya ne yebutu bafa ko to akonya. Bafa ko to akonya yebutu no. Obi ane wafa no ko adinkra wo baaye. Ya man Boadu atua stu heman ha no. Circumstances ma wo butu bafa ko to akonya because with the formation of NLM.
Ndi na chese Nkrumah abe creative problem our chieftaincy mu.
And Rollins.
Anna former President Rollins also ebeto so and nay
but in PNDC law 70 PNDC law 107 if you gas it no the PNDC went on to say nana kuradu nkwa na if you gas hene bano on if you gas hene
la yeah that issues because Bawku issue need here that's it Bawku issue that it mean nyanya me say me nyanya nka
me education me educative but no as hene kom because
SMP
but a very delicate and so but no the CPP regime and the PNDC regime
utia bakwasem now hwe politicians bi adi nka hono no a menyanya na nka Otumfoɔ ankom
na so kom but ben
young Supreme Court Kwandai cases
the Supreme Court to kana omo ya de because you know me sure say me say money dan be me can say Ghana is sick.
Hey,
the country is sick.
Then you do better be here.
Oh, just nyame because you Oma court pandai, Oma file stay of execution or implementation. In law, in most cases, it is automatically the orders are stayed. If I use it in that term. Then the clerk of parliament, and the speaker of parliament, say you declare seat in vacant. I was damn surprised. Speaker of parliament, Abambaben. In fact, people like Abambaben, people like Inusa Fuseni, the way I put Abambaben, me put to say Inusa Fuseni, I respect them a lot. But Abambaben, certain decisions so far, me gidie ne bua me demano no, a shana bafum. You a lawyer, you're a seasoned lawyer. So, oh, sir, there's a stay pendant. You don't declare the seat vacant because 18 December, and I know ya what day. And then judge in a common ruling. So, judge in a ruling now, why do you declare the state vacant? It means that the country is sick.
I since so could be see Emma Speaker, man, it's not Parliament.
But I'm talking even as a lawyer. How do you declare the place vacant? And now Omuko Supreme Court say what them hold on. Look, the country is sick, the country is ill. I monitored Mama Yarga. Mama Yarga can't say binra. But how can say no mudo? Mama Yarga was talking about say corruption. You na corruption failure. Also, who hotel cleaner be hotel cleaner na can say corruption no fight now or fight no and so any. It is not only political corruption or moral corruption, but judicial corruption. Because how do you have the pendency of a stay of execution of an order or ruling delivered by a judge, stay of execution pending. Now more declare city no vacant. Then with the Yisi only lawyer, just an maneuver. So why can't you advise the Yisi? The country is sick. The system is sick. Society is sick. We only need God. And yes, I did the
I know the Suhum Jano Afra.
Yeah. So, the Supreme Court has said Supreme Court Akasan. The Supreme Court has said. Because you are saying, what exactly is happening to us in this country? Huh? What exactly? He was talking about corruption and people should be tried. I don't know. But you know, he directly or indirectly, no. Now, Shaka, you say, Yan Shan to 2 years, because Mama Yaraga said, and Yama Bebre, or number 2 Matuno, a Fasania Mano. Oh, who can some way? I didn't brain a woe. So, soon, Protozoa, and then Yamias said, Wawene. No, but you know, if you look at the law very well, there is plenty. So, you get within 21 days, as a court. After 21 days, me my yes case will be done. That was in 1997. Ya to abawie yen. And ya boa or the judgments and court to war. Sunyane. But I was in that case, and we were led by SK Boafo.
The former Ashanti Regional Minister?
Yes, SK Boafo.
Okay.
He was the lead counsel, Sunyane High Court. Our argument was simple, say the law says 21 days, mandatory. Now we won. Before his lordship just say the leaders, we won. So baby bia, no. Baby bia, the law says sha. So after 21 days, sir. Now if you look at the Akwatia, the Supreme Court made us to understand the data, the results were gazetted. So why would they call after that day to be and just whap him? Then look at what is happening. We just just we the renaming of the universities in Nkahu. Because how the NDC leadership, they are being so petty. I will use the word petty. They are being petty. With due respect, some of them are being reckless. And if I have my own way, I refer to that as being irresponsible. Petty, reckless, and irresponsible. Renaming of university, what they are sub number. Wako CK Tedam into Marcos said, is it an achievement? Now we are MP, or Frafra area, or Casino area, or Nankani area, or Gruma area, Yanemuno, CK Tedam, Wanyaje. Wawa Dombo, we are Dagati new, we are Wala new, we are Sasala new, Yarenemun into Wanyaje. Uo Kumase ha, we are Santinio, we are Hafunio, we are Hinio, MPP, and this Yarenemun into Wanyaje. Na sabe pa dia hia Ghana for pa eno ne rename ene omo rename Jubilee House let them rename Jubilee House
some council building
and I will see say we are member let them go on further and rename Kotoka Airport. What type of bunch of inward looking politicians are we dealing with? I call them inward looking politicians. President Mahama Sadiachi me ati se binim agitation say Confanoche say Kwame Nkrumah University no rename no. How will you feel? Why you panyini behave sabi as panyini ada na OSP no dia no dia be no woman feel for su kwache no tworo ko say ma omunyai and then the speaker and the majority chiefship they drop it. Is it, are we not treading on a dangerous ground?
So cry now press and Kayenya bibi mfa ne papa di ntusi. I don't so
me grand and begina said dana bi me call Laura Laura me ba no omo kira me ne papa mu nam ka so omumpe se bole ho no senior high school kura omumfa nto ne papa. I suggested it. Ono de ne ho kura wan hu so be suggest sir. What kind of leader is this? I'm extremely surprised. President Mahama, with your age and your experience, you should not be a party to, you should not be a privy to this kind of irresponsible political activities going on. Now, Obeti, Professor PhD holder, be America. Say, do or say, the year. Ah, come on. Sagana, pa, Sadama, who said before, no, Babeti Junu Womunu, Sanya Junun Kwane, Yansa. The Bilim Junu of empty when Yansanim. I've been saying, sir, look, that once upon a time, there was a man, Donald Adabre, PNDC time, on the Masunyana Coronation Park, yet fair. What is Sunya Coronation Park to Donald Adabre, Obiri Boahen? Yes, a cocoa for dia, Mingila or estate or Mingila a champion time. Obey estate view or Obua Dang Nessia. What they Donald Adabre, what they Sunyane Park and to Atuna Donald Adabre, Onya Bonnet, never.
Ya to Kumasi dia baba ya rai.
Onya bonnet. And you think that only NDC from Kwana said want to Bibiana. And you think that MPP from the way Nyansa woman schools be brebe. Oh, Krobubali secondary school. You couldn't even name it after your own father.
Ebi on one kasa de tuyanke be kasa. Aha, what the attorney papa.
No, what is wrong? His father played a major role. You cannot write the history and politics of Ghana without Ye Mahama.
And the just will be the bit me. I am not saying, I am just a Rebecca.
I said, the rare Yabon run on my I gonja coming to the school to Yabon secondary school, and I am secondary school, and then I secondary school. You didn't want to to you. And sometimes you people, when I said to Fonica,
or said to senior high
school, I said to my secondary school. They have done that. Opoku, Rampe. Obatraka no Obiri Boahen Devian organs and devoasem Devian organs and devoasem and senior high and Kaba now ya pedri mi crab ya twena manfo ya de ato de because senior high ya de bi so ato. Why don't you name senior high Boahen Koko? Why don't you name Domase as Antepim Busa? How naming and renaming and no Madwendi. And I know because I'm sorry, me saw me for one. Sub a class blogger. Yeah, Muyakra, very crano, and not just a 24-hour economy. Eh, Juma. Sabi before the end of class, or move a pay Silosata. No, Comenia Bebrato.
And nay, more than Ghana.
Some of the bloggers who tell me say Sanka tons losa and Cabeton Womcra. So when we said there, at the same. I can no, and I do very about 24 economy. I quite better for Kurabi so don't I teach you don't find business. I'm so I can't. You can teach you don't find. So President Mahama NDC, you think that the economy is on good footing, eh? A lot of people are now employed. It's a recipe. It's a recipe for anger. Bebrenya adwuma so yakatua ni sa. Wakwane nye. Ka enko. Basis yanya adwuma. I mean, look at this. And you're not plan of the guy renaming. So majority. Yeah. Munim the rule binima plan. I know the rule. Binim ya CPP. They said Donald Adabre. What you say? Huh? Ebinumu ya very decent. Uko sunyania. A German samba ya regional by minister no. Obe regional minister. Or ya CPP, but he was very good. The bro ha ko sunyania se nyina o ga say German san na wo hanka sa asem we nyina betimi aba. Now ko fa bibi to a German san, what is wrong? Okofa bibi to a German san, what is wrong? You can't be so petty like that. You cannot be so petty like that. Get project as Ufrasia and she said, Nkukonwahi. So Badani double na Badana confirm. What Ghanaians are actually suffering. In Burkina Faso, the man is not talking of naming and renaming. No. You see, actual construction, actual reconstruction, actual development of a country.
Infrastructures.
The man is not talking of naming and renaming. Yes, me. Yakwaninye. Ya bibianye. DC ya yadna court for contempt. So oya galamse ni yadna court contempt ni ya fine no. And still is there. No disciplined government, no disciplined leader will accommodate this kind of a situation now. DC in here.
That crowd you better I say oh, you're jailing 8 days. The are saying and
Mahama is not trying to instill discipline into the DCs. The only man in naming and renaming. A Jenyankopono. And you have some very 2027, 2026, Obey was chairman, 2027, Obey AU chairman. My foot, AU or Eco was in Faso Benoso. And then Burkina Faso, Niger, Malikradum, Kakrabe, Achomba, achieve common currency. Eco was of 1975 up to now, Eco was currency, one more to me and Bakokra. That one price of probably my young. And now some Jonah are complaining about the Niatron or Nigeria. Wako was here, Jumanka Samjona. Says Samjona Heniatono. Nasam Anyamobo. A Ghanaian like Samjona being subjected to this kind of treatment in Nigeria. Now, ordinary Ghanaian, the idea in Babayano, Nigeria.
Ebia the idea, Azuma Hoibina.
You live in a country like Ghana, and I know Marco Chinipa 35. Wamusi Wamuya Saba scammers. Wamuya Nigerians. Man, papa, you have good quality leadership. And Kayade wa muko court no you deport them. They are saying your friend leadership. Because I kwa bani na no mema ni mayano wa makumano ehuru. And let me catch us said na yakase yakoto aba voice president Mahama nyaye no. Ali anya 1/3 will go out.
Eburukra.
Ano di ongu. Naming and renaming. So what message are you telling the Dagatis? Oh yeah, Dagati niya wutiemia. Fabiana, MPP Fabiana. Any Dagati for na mo honi nyina no. Any NDC for Dagati for mo huni asi. Kasina nankana for no mo NDC ni MPP mo huni asi. Asante for na mo MPP na ati. What is the school did basesa no? And you think this is an achievement? And you think that is a apia menkanye obi a obeka so ya MPP nko asa because tema Professor Mills take commission bi no review commission bi say wo mon review constitution no Professor Wanfa apia menkanka ho what kind of leadership is Mahama?
Hey,
I mean this is the money
yes see
what disappointment to Ghanaians na whole PhD holder bi wa America or say over change in any the year Ajabiana so government was up so and fair amount. A PhD holder in America, somebody who is a lawyer in America, or somebody who is a lecturer in America, then you're on a government was up. What kind of characters in it?
Some government was up, no? Na, yeah, found to Zubi.
Make of you buy. Yeah, and sabi kafrache, menjabare, me tono magene na makodasa ayi so. Me tono magene.
Oh, yes, somebody here, Juma Pao.
They have been paid. By me, I am self-made man. I'm a disciplined lawyer. I'm a disciplined character. I'm a God-fearing person.
And you know, just government was appointing a jai assembling in Ama Unkwa na okay. Will be unclear.
Banker. But you know, it's not the best. Yakwanipa. I know, guess I'm saying, but President Mahama, it'll be a children on that. Is it a Mahamani? Mahamani and Nuni.
But are you surprised?
Mahamid, I'm surprised. I'm surprised.
Oh, chef, previous a year.
That's himself. I got to fear no dear. And then he had told no, or Becky Canoe. Nam ni so be keka no This year, you did not quite finding no contempt in here, they did not. What? Ajakum Kofo, Jerry John Rollins, Professor Mills, Kofi Abrefabuzia, Ajakum Kofo, Jerry John Rollins, Kofi Abrefabuzia, DC, Wako, Yafano, Nadina Okedasoto. Rollins, what time, no, I do baby so dear to Chamano.
The near may be home.
Ajakum Kofo, what time, no, near may be home to Chamano. Professor Mas, what time one near me home to Chamano. Kofi Abrefabuzia, what time one near me home to Chamano. I mean, my hammer. Huh? I didn't my hammer. One tissue because he can some nowhere. If you're not careful, and a dollar, I dear dollar, you do me, dollar will do me and dollar, you say, move free, so dollar is 17. And Cadentin, I'm 2 TMPP. Better come and fix it. And you get a blogger, somebody on government WhatsApp, or no crowd the whole year, crano, or who dollar be done when you be that. No, you did it. They say, sabi, come with Tebia, no pay, no, I say, a 24-hour economy, you may say contractor now, you want some more council. Oh yeah, you meant 24. I can't measure your crashing. Jasmo go to Takrade. 2020, Jasmo was doing some of this. Now, quite a young and I do the you know. Also call you and teach you.
Yes.
So I feel comfortable to discuss Angolo, Mampusi, Dagomba, Gonja, Frafra, you know,
yes.
A hunter,
yes.
Sashi,
yes.
You know, any binum.
Yes.
But you know, you don't feel comfortable talking about some areas because of you know. Me can't say more. Emma Chima Bwakwa being friend can't say. Udi throw tom. David. They will take it, and if there's a point of correction,
yes.
They will call you. They will. I mean, so
good.
You know.
And you said they're okay.
Another issue, so may I discuss it? Says, "Okay, I know Jordan. Ura for beside Otumfoɔ. And bechem so so beside Otumfoɔ. I yet to me Brian who are back or Simbitambia about. You know, Ra for the end, very interesting. Ra for no frequentanase. Contancy. Diana Banana Cotas and contain. Dia contain. And Ra Wamokotana. No, the history has it said. I be quite mine be no, I think be bedidi. I take a quama bedidi. Now I'm just say food poisoning. Neko fan sembebre a buy. Emma contancy hini bi buy or my friend no man no buy. And now I'm sure him who be kuno. Enti a man I say for no 2 year. Ti omu 2 year no. No omu di kain eko omu kotena aburi. Aburi pediase aburi. And when they settled no, na ben and na present day Aburi Botanical Gardens. Aburi Botanical Gardens. Also, I'm transfer kakra no. I think that was TC baby bebre. But when I'm cutting for 40 years. After 40 years, no, now I'm 2 years. No, I'm call Nkonya. In the present day, Oti.
Okay.
So I'm call Nkonya no. Na Nkonya send me by. Na no so. I'm 2 years. I'm call the present day Uraura. So the present day Uraura for no. Trace it for me a kuntanse. So or Babe Saikiro Otumfoɔ onti. No, because we cry for America. Oba Osimaye DNA ni chese me hani enti me baba hwehwe. And we think that is a plaza.
Yeah.
Now run you know.
And the Oba.
So that it talks about the history of the Rara for Nano Omben. Maybe at an appropriate time, maybe full discussion on the Rara, but good. The Raras are now Rara and Sen appreciated there's a commission, a commission of inquiry in Volta region chieftaincy. Who's the first one? Now a Volta region. Good. That commission was set up in 1973. That commission to go into the chieftaincy in Volta regional. Now we call it Nana Ajimambadu Commission of Inquiry into Chieftaincy. 1973. Eti Nana Agyeman Badu, the late Omanhene of Doma. That was his Commission of Inquiry in 1973. A champion. Eti Oyen Shishemu. And say ye Chieftaincy Act na or 2409 LI 2020. Nasa Volta region alone. Ya wa manhene ha. Volta region alone. Ya wa manhene ha.
Waha.
100. Now a product of Nana Agyeman Badu Commission of Inquiry, which was set up in 1973 by Kutu Echampong.
Ignatius Kutu Echampong.
In fact, Nana Agyeman Badu was a pivot of CPP. CPP kesiye. The same Nana Agyeman Badu so na kusasi mamprusi. Ahun san yabaka kakrai. And also committee na la list of one tiye. The Governor General anum tiye. Dr. Nkrumah Mfuaso. Nana Agyeman Badu was also a member of that committee. So the mamprusi kusasi the bidumeka no Yabua for the committee. Bisubeka na Agyeman Badu committee. Bisubeka no Boahen committee. Ontiye. But I want it to be on record say Woma ya appointed womuni nyina no they were and a CPP mu kesiye pa. And the same Nana Agyeman Badu played a major role with the creation of the Bono region in April 1959. He played a major role. The Bono champion of which started in 1955. No? You cannot talk of the Bono champion without mentioning Nana Agyeman Badu of Doma, Ana Drobo, Ana Bechem, Ana Kwasi Preku Domase, Ana Kukuom from Pong. This is our history. Drupa. So that is the role, the contribution of Nana Agyeman Badu.
Okay.
Then Bechem so no be shy na no joda. Bechem for no Nsuta. Nsuta ya
Bechem Nsuta.
Ahwenye. Omo hene ba kon, omo pai ba ahwenye ene bofo akwa. In fact bofo akwa no bofo akwa ofri Nsuta no. Ona ni dini omde kwato sunyane team no.
Bofo akwata no.
Bofo akwata no.
No, team no.
I'm team na mediation. So, omo free Nsuta ha no akonyasam na ma omo ko tena omo anim ha kakra. Ansa na ti omo ko tena abechi ase. Na ye me bebre wo ho. Na omo ko tena ase. Ambofo akwa no waben pa no timi hwe dache. Nti ama no ko tanoso. Nfa tanoso e wo sesia tanoso e bena bisim no. Bofo akwa na establish tanoso.
Sa.
Yeah. Bofo akwa. Na so time be kwen. Time be kwen ye bofo akwa. Bofo akwa. Ne boso no time be kwen. And what history has it that at a point in time or confornoche on Osetu to the first. Benyina no bofo akwa to den safrebe. Ma be call asotanom.
Hey.
Eko ya mamre. So Tano is to Asante is to Asotano. Tano the last time one then chamba so akoko was the very day no Asante hene no Obiri Boahen. Yes, that was the last time one. For so many years about 70 80 kwasi usunu mbofa kwa time in 1972 73 no na then chamba so bechi akoko. So from the 1978 79 ba no dan cham on yi musuo no a na dan cham ne ebububa nti ebububa sa no ahura akokɔ no uhura akokɔ na dan cham no
waso
so for about 30 40 years no dan cham am say the very day Otumfoɔ kɔ ayi wɔ brekum no unzo Otumfoɔ because the koye nyankomade
ya mamre ho
be koye mamre nti da no be ye no afegun se nso na bububa na ba hu se aboa na be hura akokɔ no wa aso de ko. And therefore brekum ebechem typical Asante mane. Enti bechem bedina sem bechem bekana semwa. There is nothing wrong. One time ne meka mpete ni breme. omontam no bechem tam meka mpete ene breme omhene baako bi oyare mpete no omde ko okuru bi afra breme ene okowuye enti bechem frontam so bechem ye full fledged like rawra bechem like rawra like odomase number 2 what I say kwabna kirase for and that Monday na so no asante man kan kwabna kirase for no so asem so domase number 2 ubetima friend and tapings 2 ubetima kacha kwabna kirase 2 ubetima friend bosom twist 2 and that bosom twa no kwabna kire no kwabna kire no no ya bantamani so whoever will occupy Odomase number 2's 2 no is equally eligible to occupy the Bantamas 2 in the foreseeable future.
Odi Bantama kunyama. So this is the history, and I'm using this occasion. So now no Jordan, or T region, Hennebi Baha, Obishai. I have a region Hennebi, Ebishai, and a bono phobi, Quabracha for so Bebeka Basim Wie. On this 15th December no and until na use occasion no kire amanfo enema musa busa sanse netie etie be ma abra menka abakosem dabi
na about there so na abakosem so hia nipa no bebre now mama sama wa yubio the containers Otumfoɔ asante hene obefra kontana se hene wofa
ni wofa na kontana se hene
sa kontana se so befra Otumfoɔ no wofa se
okay
kokofu ani Otumfoɔ the befra kontana se wofa
sa
na kontana se so befra kokofu ani asante hene se me wofa se no
yesi abrankese so kra sa
Abankase ha. Oh yeah, say bebre. Now, ni ehun ni say. Adanse akrofom. Most of them no. Most of them pa adanse akrofom. In fact, you will not be wrong to say Usha Asante Eastern region. I'm not talking about the Krobos and the but a job in for bebre akrofom. And
adanse akrofom.
Yes, and no. History has it said akokire for no free fa. Omse do man kuma bo ade no bo akokire. They are saying that akokire is as old as the creation.
Abodi mfitiase.
Hey. And adanse for no adanse abedwamo no. Wo mo no akrofom. Akofra bante. Na wo mo nsuo bi wo ho as I'm talking now no. Your friend no asuobona.
Nti o mo tade tudin kra. Obeti adanse na bona soso.
Good. Now asuobona no as you are talking now. Sir be ya mamre wo mo adwene no na hono tete shiram. Anti se be ya mamre no na se aboa no adwene no be ya be adware nso no mu a. Wa nso no bi ba be so no afianto.
Hey,
yes.
Anwene no bubo nsuo peti nsuo no. Wa so dware mu no.
Yes. Wa nsuo no bi se bia obeyo mu menwane no wo dwane na nsuo no bi bo wa opede akọ ya.
Kwayon samanse. Hey, now then.
And we have adanse bronsam so. That's very powerful. Udu kwa pia no ho no mu a. Okọ ho no ma. Ubenya Prankaso crowd Prankaso na Prankaso. Adanse bronsam so and no history has it said. How do be flash sisi adane? As far as history has it no. Apart from the ancient Egyptians, ancient Israelis in there, and Temu Hadia, Benny Bessi Adani. So Benny Bedi can see Adania, near from Adansi for now. Then it means that the Asian Ghana we are talking about said the Amoravis defeated the Asian Ghana in 1024. Not Dansia for when Masisi Badani. So it stands to reason, sir. Some of these Adansia for no be brave or one by a check. Look, when we are doing history very well, you realize that in Nigeria, you have the Tiv, the Igbos, and the rest. Some of them know any change the birth of Jesus Christ. Yes. The Tiv in Nigeria, the Igbos in Nigeria, the Yorubas. Some of them are history change the birth of Jesus Christ. When the birth of Jesus Christ in year AD, no, BC,
before Christ.
Very good. So we need to learn a lot, and therefore there is a possibility that Ubenya present day Ghana no, Ubenya binum ye BC. That possibility exists. It is
na sabre no na asase ne na hokwa na ni party so.
Ni party so. It is never correct to say akanfo nyina besia wo ebono. It is never true. They should learn the history and learn the history well, and stop misleading people. Because if you take a sim appointment in what, a sim appointment in 4 be some free, say if it's run by. Wama kwenya na friend answers to. Wama kwenya na answers to. Wama na ba akubia agi the friend Tiwa. Tiwa ni opoku wa the first woba. Tiwa ni opoku wa the first woba. So whoever is occupying a same appointment stool now will call the Asante and say Mpapa. And the Asante will call the occupant of the same appointment stool say Mba. You cannot talk of the history of the accounts in Ghana without making reference to the dances. Because even Chebi, no, the first chief for the year 1365 to 1390, 1365 to 1390. Chebi no, Oyakura only 2 offense.
Offense your opinions in Chebi.
Chebi. Na Chebi. Offenso ejoso ore to adansia akro from a Chebi de kwabe nana Chebi be nana 1365 o oye nana
I say na mu betina ho Chebi nim tina ho share,
and people don't do serious research. I can find na betina bono betu free bono come on, please talk man can back on me. Because Oyako for no crown bebre adanse bedwam se be pronounce na man pronunciation ya ba bia comfort no che de second ko woduam no na edaso ho. Now another interesting thing about Chebi offenso ejoso adanse akrofom for no tete no se ba bia kwa afuom okasa group no ho no akwa afuom no hu se wo no hu yellow ohun na fe wo no ko afọ ko kakra wase no hu wo no a e so asane ba fie
no ni enye
di bia besi that is the history. Anas oko na fo hu se kwakwa da bia besi nnua so na hu se kwakwa da bia besi dua so na ohwa don de watwam ne kwakwa da bia se that is what history and nature I am on. It is like grabbing any bekwani or kwa former no ko hu pramire o hu pramire da bo na yira wa se hu pramire ese so asa no ba fie
abanse pramire
ese so asa no ba fie anyway.
Wow.